Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Sankaram Lokasankaram Sankaram Shankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasya Kruto Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murtibheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Samastadana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vitvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vitvaram Prajnanam Supratanaihi Sthiracharanikara Vyapibhirvyapya Lokan Bhuktva Bhogan Stavisthan Punarapidisano Bhasitan Kamajanyan Pitva Sarvan Visheshan Swapiti Madhuravung Mayaya Bhojayannaha Maya Sankhya Turiyam Paramamurtamajam Brahmaya Tatnatosmi Yo Vishwatma Vidhija Visayan Prasya Bhogan Savistan Paschat Chanyan Samati Vibhavan Jyotisha Svena Sukshman Sarvan Etan Punarapisanaihi Swatmani Sthapayitva Hitva Sarvan Visheshan Vigata Gunaganaha Patva Patva Sonasturiyaha Patva Saurasturiyaha. Yes, please.
Om Badram Karnema Shrunayama Devaha Badram Pashyema Akshabir Vijatraha Tirairange Sushtavagum Sastanubihi Vyashema Devihitam Yatayuhu
Devahitam.
Swastina
Devahitam.
Vyashema Devihitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vrutrashabaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Starsho Arishtanemihi Swastino Brihaspadir Dadadu Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi.
Can you read again? But read word by word. Don't go fast. Yes. Again.
Om Badram Karnema Shrunayama Devaha.
Karnebhi.
Om Badram Karnebhi Shrunayama Devaha. Badram Pashyema Akshabir Yajatraha.
Pasyamaksha. Badram
Badram Pashyema Akshabir Yajatraha. Tirairange Stuštavagam Sastanubihi.
Rangaihi. Sthirairangaihi.
Tirairange
Sthirairangaihi.
Tirairange Stuštavagam Sastanubihi. Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृत्रश्रवाः
Bruddha Srabha, Bruddha. Not Bruddha, Bruddha Sravaha.
स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृत्रश्रवाः
No, Bruddha, Bruddha, Bruddha.
स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृत्रश्रवाः
There's no Ra, there's no Bruddha, Bruddha, Bruddha.
स्वस्ति न इंद्रो विद्वश्रवाः
Yes.
स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदा
स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः
Yes, correct.
ॐ इत्येतदक्षरमिदं सर्वं तस्य उपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवत् भविष्यदिति सर्वमोङ्कार एव यच्चन्यात्रिकालातीतं तदप्योङ्कार एव सर्वं ह्येतद् ब्रह्म अयमात्मा ब्रह्म सोऽयमात्मा चतुष्पात्
जागरितस्थानो बृहस्पज्ञः सप्ताङ्गः एकोनविंशतिमुखः स्थूलभुक् वैश्वानरः प्रथमपादः.
So it is written Jagrata Sthano, but while reading, you have to read Jagrata Sthana because you are breaking there. So instead of Jagrata Sthano, Bhahisprajna, it looks like two different words.
Yes, Swami.
They are not joined, but actually they are joined. They are joined actually, though they look different, they're two separate words, but they are joined. Sthanaha, then after Visarga, there is a soft consonant. Va is a soft consonant. That's why the Visarga become no. Okay? So, but they are joined. But when we are reading word by word, we have to chant Jagrata Sthana. We cannot tell Jagrata Sthana. But writing, we write Jagrata Sthana. But while reading,
जागृतस्थान.
Sthana.
Yes, Swami. Swapnasthan. I'm sorry. Read again.
Again.
Yes. जागृतस्थानः बहिष्प्रज्ञः सप्ताङ्गः एकोनविंशतिमुखः स्थूलभुक् वैश्वानरः प्रथमपादः.
Eko will be long, not
एकोनविंशतिमुखः स्थूलभुक् वैश्वानरः प्रथमपादः. स्वप्नस्थानो अंतःप्रज्ञः सप्त same thing coming. Yes. स्वप्नस्थानः अन्तः स्वप्नस्थान अंतःप्रज्ञा सप्ताङ्गः
Swapnasthanah, Antaprajnah, they are all masculine. So Visarga will be there at the end.
Yes. स्वप्नस्थानः अंतःप्रज्ञः सप्ताङ्गः एकोनविंशतिमुखः प्रविविक्तभुक् तैजसो द्वितीयपादः. तैजसः द्वितीयपादः.
सुप्तः न कंजन कामं कामयते न कंजन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत्सुषुप्तस्थानः एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानघनः एव आनन्दमयः हि आनन्दभुक् चेतोमुखः प्राज्ञस्तृतीयपादः. एष सर्वेश्वरः एष सर्वज्ञः एषो अन्तर्यामी एषः अन्तर्यामी एषः योनिः सर्वस्य प्रभवाप्ययौ हि भूतानाम्.
एषः योनिः सर्वस्य, because that is a sentence.
How is that, Swami?
एषः योनिः सर्वस्य, because that is a sentence.
Oh, okay. एषः योनिः सर्वस्य प्रभवाप्ययौ हि भूतानाम्.
प्रभवाप्ययौ हि भूतानाम्. It's another sentence. Yes.
बहिष्प्रज्ञो विभुर्विश्वो ह्यन्तःप्रज्ञः.
Vishwa. Don't tell Vishwa. If you are writing, then Vishwa.
बहिष्प्रज्ञो विभुर्विश्वः ह्यन्तःप्रज्ञस्तु तैजसः
बहिष्प्रज्ञः विभुर्विश्वः
ओके बहिष्प्रज्ञः विभुर्विश्वः हन्तस्प्रज्ञस्तु तैजसः धनः प्रज्ञस्तथा प्राज्ञ
प्राज्ञः प्राज्ञः
हन्तस्प्रज्ञस्तथा प्राज्ञ
प्राज्ञः
प्राज्ञः एक एव त्रिधा स्मृतः दक्षिणाक्षी मुखे विश्वः मनःसन्तुस्तु तैजसः आकाशे च हृदि प्राज्ञः त्रिधा देहे व्यवस्थितः
Great.
विश्वो हि स्थूलभुङ् नित्यं तैजसा प्रविविक्तभुक् आनन्दभुक् तथा प्राज्ञः स्त्रिधा भोगं निबोधतः
Can we read again?
विश्वो हि स्थूलभुङ् नित्यं
Read Vishwaha. Vishwaha hi.
विश्व ही or विश्व ही.
Actually, it is Vishwaha, but while reading it now, I find it is difficult. Vishwaha hi. Actually, it is Vishwaha hi. Vishwaha hi sthula bhuk nityam.
विश्व ही.
Okay, I read Vishwa, that is okay.
विश्व ही स्थूलभुङ् नित्यं तैजसा प्रविविक्तभुक् आनन्दभुक् तथा प्राज्ञः स्त्रिधा भोगं निबोधतः.
Now stridha. Prajnaha, if you are telling, then stridha. If you tell prajnaha, then stridha. If you tell prajna, then stridha. But it is better to tell prajnaha.
Okay. आनन्दभुक् तथा प्राज्ञः स्त्रिधा भोगं निबोधतः.
Nibodhata.
निबोधता. No visarga. Okay. Yeah. स्थूलं तर्पयते विश्वं प्रविविक्तं तु तैजसम् आनन्दश्च तथा प्राज्ञं त्रिधा तप्तिं निबोधता.
सुधामसु यत्भोज्यं भोक्तायश्च प्रकीर्तितः वेदैददुभयं यस्तु स पुञ्जानो न लिप्यते प्रभवः सर्वभावानां सदामिति विनिश्चयः सर्वं जनयति प्राणः चेदोंशून् पुरुषः पृथक्.
Very good.
विभूतिं प्रसवं त्वन्ये मन्यन्ते सृष्टिचिन्तकाः स्वप्नमायासरूपेति सृष्टिरन्यर्विकल्पिता.
Sthirannirvikalpita. Ranni.
इच्छा मात्रं प्रभोः सृष्टि इति सृष्टौ विनिश्चिताः कालात्
प्रभो सृष्टिः.
इच्छा मात्रं प्रभोः सृष्टिः इति सृष्टौ विनिश्चिताः कालात् प्रसूतिं भूतानां मन्यन्ते कालचिन्तकाः.
भोगार्थं सृष्टिरित्यन्ये क्रीडार्थम् इति चापरे देवस्यैष स्वभावः देवस्यैष स्वभावः आत्मकामस्य का स्पृहा.
But that can we read again the second line?
देवस्यैष स्वभावः आत्मकामस्य का स्पृहा.
स्वभावः. Then
आप्तकामस्य का स्पृहा.
स्वभावः. Then there is a after स्वभावः then ayam. स्वभावोऽयम्. Then आप्तकामस्य का स्पृहा.
एष अयं स्वभावः आप्तकामस्य का स्पृहा.
Yes, स्वभावोऽयम् अयम्.
स्वभावोऽयम्. ओके. भोगार्थं सृष्टिरित्यन्ये क्रीडार्थम् इति चापरे देवस्यैष स्वभावोऽयम् आप्तकामस्य का स्पृहा.
Now it is correct. Yes.
न अंतःप्रज्ञं न बहिष्प्रज्ञं नो बहिर्तःप्रज्ञं न प्रज्ञानघनं न प्रज्ञं नाप्रज्ञम् अदृष्टम् अव्यवहार्यम् अग्राह्यम् अलक्षणम् अचिन्त्यम् अविपदेश्यम् एकात्म प्रत्ययसारम् एकात्म प्रत्ययसारम् प्रपंचपुष्मम् शान्तं शिवम् अद्वैतम् चतुर्थं मन्यन्ते स आत्मा स विज्ञेयः.
So what is the question that was asked by the Purvapakshi? In previously, Atma Chatuspad, that was told. Atma consists of 4 quarters. And what are those 4 quarters? One is the Antahprajna. Antahprajna means the awareness of the inner world. Who has the awareness of the inner world, that means the mental world, the thought world, that is called the Antahprajna. Then the second pada is the first pada is the Bahisprajna. Bahisprajna means who has awareness of the external world, Bahisprajna. And that name is
Vishwa.
Vishwa. And the second one, the second pada is the
Tejas.
who has the knowledge of the inner world, that is the Tajasa. Vishwa Tajasa. Then the third is who has the knowledge of absence of particular knowledge. Who has the knowledge of absence of particular. For example, in the waking state, we know that this is a stick, this is a mango, this is a tree. All these things are clearly known. I can tell clearly. So I have got very clear knowledge in the waking state. In the dream state also, same thing. The tree is very clear. The tree I saw in the dream was very clear to me. I can tell when I get up, I can tell clearly that I saw a tree in the dream. I saw my parents in the dream. We can tell that because it is a clear vision. But that vision was not with the help of senses, not through the eyes or through the ear. We didn't hear through the ear, external ear. We didn't see through the eyes, external eyes. Okay, but we see something very clear. But in the deep sleep state, when you come to deep sleep state, at that time nothing is clear. I'm a man or I'm a woman, I don't know. I'm beautiful or I'm ugly, I don't know. I'm successful or I'm unsuccessful, I don't know. This is my dad, this is my mom, I don't know. In the deep sleep state, everything is like hazy. Nothing is clear. There is no particular knowledge. Something we know, but what it is we cannot tell. But in the waking and dream, in the dream, what happened? Why you got up and you fell down? What happened to you? And I got scared. You were scared of what? The lion. Where's the lion? I saw in the dream. So it is very clear. It was very clear. In the dream state, it was very clear. In the waking state also, it is very clear. But in the deep sleep state, nothing is clear. Everything is mixed up. It's like a khichdi. The tree has become water, water has become the snake, everything has merged. They are like like what to call that? Like the soup kind of thing. All the differences are gone in the deep sleep state. But that doesn't mean that now one knows, one has the knowledge. When the differences are gone, then one may think that, okay, this person has now woke up, realized. Because there is oneness, one is seeing the oneness. No, that oneness is not because that person is seeing exactly what it is. That person is not, it is just a mass of ignorance, that's all. In the deep sleep state, it's like darkness. In darkness also, one cannot see anything else other than oneself. When I'm standing in the darkness, in the room completely dark, then only I can see myself. I can only feel my presence. I will not know anybody else because nobody is making noise. So the deep sleep state, there is somebody who is knowing that I have a very nice sleep. Somebody is knowing that. So there is a knower. Like in the waking state, in the deep sleep state also there is a knower. But that knower knows what? The knower knows the absence of everything. Knows the absence of everything. And that is called the pragya. Prayana agya pragya. So that is the tritiya pada. Prathama pada, dvitiya pada, tritiya pada. And what the chaturtha pada? Chaturtha pada is the turiya. Okay. It was told before. Now, when it is told here in this the sloka number 7, now anta prajna, now bahis now ubhayata prajna, now prajnanagam. When the language is negative, no. It is the turiya is not the anta prajna, turiya is not the bahis prajna, turiya is not the ubhayata prajna, turiya is not the prajnanagana, turiya is not the pragyam, turiya is not the apragyam. When it is told in this way, the Purvapakshi who was listening to all this teaching from the Upanishad got a little irritated. So why no, so many times? And his logic was, previously it was told that Atma is Chatuspada, is made of 4 quarters, Atma is of 4 quarters. If it is not the first 3 quarters, then automatically it will be 4th quarter. Why it has to be told that the turiya is not the first quarter, turiya is not the 2nd quarter, turiya is not the 3rd quarter? Why it has to be told? There is no need. There is no need of telling that. It is understood. Then, nano atmanah chatuspatvam pratighyaya. Pratigya means after telling that Atma is made of 4 quarters, padatraya kathenena eva. When already 3 quarters are already mentioned, chaturthasya anta pragyadibhyah anyatve siddhe. Automatically it is understood that the 4th one is different from the 3. Always it is 4th is different from 3. There is nobody to tell that, there are 4 trees are there, and the 4th tree is different from the, and then I describe first tree is a mango tree, 2nd tree is a papaya tree, 3rd one is a jackfruit tree, then the 4th one is not first tree, 2nd tree, 3rd tree. That is ridiculous. There is no need. And why you will go on writing? Upanishad is not to describe certainly, it's not like writing essay. Automatically it is established that 4th is always different from the first 3. No anta pragya ityadi pratishedha anarthaka. Anarthaka means of no use, useless. Is no need, not needed. Anarthaka. There is no need of telling that turiya is no anta prajna, no bahis prajna, no ubhayata prajna, no prajnanagana. All these things are then no need. But here what Bhagavan answered, it shows to what extent their mind has evolved. He said, this also question, this is not Purvapakshi is asking. It is our question. It is our question. But when it is told it is na anta pragya, na bahis pragya, it is a big message is given. It is not a simple sentence. It is not just not this, not anta pragya, not bahis pragya, not ubhayata pragya, not prajnanagana. That is not the message. Message is something bigger. If this statement is not told, nanta pragya nam bhais pragya, etc., is not told, then we'll miss that big message. Then how? Then the student was, now he's interested. What is the big message? It is not a mango tree. What is that? That is not a mango tree. That's all. The sentence ends there. There's nothing else to discuss. But Bhavan Shankaracharya ji is telling, no, that is not true, my dear. That is not true. Of course, you are little irritated by this nanta prajna thing, but you are going to miss a very big message if it is not told in that language. Upanishad has not told in this language, then we'll miss a big message. What is that? Sarpadi vikalpa pratisedhena eva rajju swarupa pratipattivat. This is a sentence. Pratipattivat means knowledge. Pratipattivat means like the knowledge of what? Rajju. Rajju swarupa. The true nature, the true snake, the true rope, Rajju swarupa. The true rope will not be like the knowledge of the true rope. Now what is happening? The rope is appearing as the snake because a person is going and light is not, there is not enough light, and that rope got entangled while he was walking because his leg got entangled in that rope. So he thought that the snake has bitten him. So he understood it as a snake. Then how will see the rope? We are seeing a snake, but to understand it as a rope, how will do that? And that is a very tricky thing, because I'm seeing, when we are seeing the blueness in the sky, our understanding is the sky is clear. There is no blueness in the sky. But what will see the blueness? When we are seeing that the surface of the earth is spherical, at that time it looks flat, our understanding is it is spherical. When we are seeing the water in the desert, our understanding is there is only sand, there is no water. Seeing and understanding. Understanding is reliable, but seeing is not reliable. Whatever we see is not true. Vedanta always is based upon the clear understanding, not on perception. Perception is always deceptive because our senses, they don't have the enough capacity to see the real thing. For example, it has got a lot of limitation. If a little dark is there, we cannot see. But an owl can see. If we talk to an owl, what do you see? Oh, it is so like a daylight. It is so lighted. Everything else. But we don't know, it is all darkness. I cannot see anything. So our senses have a lot of limitation. Even like where we cannot, like a dog. Suppose a person has gone through a path, maybe 5-6 months before. A thief stole from somebody's home, and then he has taken a particular path. We will not know because there is no sign, there are no footsteps, nothing. But if you bring a dog can find that. Because dog has got a very strong sense of smell. It may be limited in comparison to some other animal, some other creature, but surely the dog smelling capacity is more reliable than ours. In some places, they use a particular kind of rat to find the mines, the how they put some explosives and all those things, and these rats, they can find that. We will not find, we'll die. So, but our entire culture, the material culture, is based upon the sense perception. What we see, that is right. It is based upon that, what we see. But Vedanta is not based upon the perception. Vedanta is based upon understanding. It is on viveka, on inquiry. It is based on inquiry. Inquiry. Everything looks like our body, looks so smooth, and no, it is not like that. If you see under a microscope, it will look, there are so many holes are there in the body. Everywhere, there's every pore, the pore of the that hair root, it will look like big holes. But to us, it looks so smooth to our eyes. So sense perception is not the pramana in arriving at the truth. Vedanta doesn't accept perception as the pramana. Inquiry is the pramana. Knowledge is the pramana. Padatraya kathanena eva chaturthasya, then what Bhuvan Shankara is telling, sarpadi vikalpa pratisedhena eva rajju swarupa pratipatti. That means the knowledge of the rajju swarupa, that means true rope, the knowledge of the true rope is established when pratiseda, pratiseda means negation, when the negation of the illusory snake is done. When the illusory snake is sarpadi vikalpa, vikalpa means imaginary, pratiseda means negation. When the imaginary snake is negated, then only the Rajju Swarupa, the Jnana, the knowledge of the Rajju will take place. That means the Swarupa, the snake is negated. Snake is negated means not that one cannot see the snake. One will see the snake. But the illusory nature of the snake is negated. Snake I am seeing, I cannot tell that there is no snake. I am seeing the snake. But this illusory nature of the snake, that it is just a imagination, that part is negated. Okay? And why it is negative? Because illusory thing doesn't exist. If something is illusory, it doesn't exist. But can we experience? Yes, we can experience. The blueness in the sky, one can experience that one. Yes, it is blue. And will feel good or bad. It's so clear, we'll feel very happy. Oh, today the sky is so clear. And people go miles and miles to see a blue sky. Because in the city one cannot see it, because of the light pollution, because of the dust pollution, because of the gas pollution, the carbon monoxide pollution, one cannot see. The dust is there, smoke is there, one cannot see. So people experience blueness, they feel really good. So people, they travel long distance. They go to the forest area and they take a cottage, they stay there and they see the stars and they feel so happy. Okay. And but the blueness is not there, but that really creates such a good feeling in the people's mind. The illusion, there no, as per the science, what we read, that there is sky is without any color. There is no. It's not blue.
I got.
Okay, the sky is not blue. Though we read the sky is blue in color, but that is not true at all. But there, what we are seeing, that is written in the book, what we are seeing. But if you analyze, it is not there. When you go to little higher class in the, maybe in the in the KG class or something, that we may read that sky is blue. But when we come to 5th and 6th grade, we'll read sky is colorless. That blueness is illusory. Sarpadi vikalpa pratisedhena eva. Eva means alone. By negating the imaginary snake, what will happen? The true nature of the root will be known. Two things are doing. We are doing negating the illusory snake and understanding, not seeing, understanding the true rope. We are seeing the snake, but understanding is rope. See, we are not able to see the rope. We are seeing the snake. Okay. Pratipatibat. Just like that. Three avasthasya. Three avasthasya means who is avastha means present. Who is present in all the three states? Because three avasthasya. Stha means present. Avasthasya means who is present. Who is present in what? Three avastha. That means in the three states. Whoever is present in the three states, Atmana, that Atma which is present in the three states, Turiyatvena Pratipipada iti Tattvat. The scripture, this Upanishad is desiring to tell that Atma is Turiya. Because in the previously it was told Atmanaha Chatuspattam. Atma word was used. Now he is using the word Turiya. And he is telling that Turiya is different from Nanta Prajna, Nambahis Prajna. He is not telling Atma is Nanta Prajna. He is not using that word. Yes, I am using the verse 7. Yes. Atmanaha Turiyatvena Pratipipada Isitatvat. Isita means desiring. Isita. The scripture has a desire. What is that? It is trying to establish, it is trying to tell that Atma is the Turiya. They are not two different things. Atma is Turiya itself. Atmanaha Turiyatvena. To know the Atma as the Turiya, that is the intention of the scripture. That's why it is telling that this Turiya is different from Nanta Prajna, Nambahis Prajna. Okay, that's why it is telling. It is not using the word Atma here. Here the word Turiya is used. And why it is telling? Why it is trying to tell that Atma is Turiya and Turiya is different from Anta Prajna, Bahis Prajna and all those things? Because it is told in Chandogya Upanishad, he is taking this word Turiya from the Chandogya Upanishad where it told Tattvamasi. In the Tattvamasi it is told Tat Tvam Asi. Tat is a pronoun, Tvam is another pronoun, and Asi is the auxiliary verb which is connecting Tat and Tvam. And we are discussing the 7th verse from the Mandukya Karika, 7th verse, where it told Nanta Prajna, Nambahis Prajna, that verse we are discussing. And we are reading from the commentary by Bhavan Shankaracharya, which is Puja Gurudev has written in English, but here the book from where I am reading is in Sanskrit. It is written by Bhavan Shankaracharya. That, but the meaning is there in the mission book. Pratipipada ishi tattva tattvamasi. Tat and tvam. Tat means that. Tvam means this. Tat means Ishvara. Tvam is the Jiva. Asi, it connects. That means Tat is Tvam. That Ishvara is the Jiva. And there in the explanation it was told that it is the Turiya is the Tat and Turiya is the Tvam. It is just like a person. When a person wears a long shirt, a tall shoes, that person will be a tall person. But if that person wears the normal shoes and the normal dress, will look like a small person, short person. Same person looks tall and dwarf. Then what one has to be removed? We cannot tell that tall person is this dwarf person. We cannot tell. But actually that is true. Then in that case, what we have to remove? The dress we have to remove, the shoes we have to remove. If the shoes are removed, the dress is removed, both are same. With respect to a particular conditioning, a person is tall. With respect to a different conditioning, the person is dwarf. So the conditioning is removed. Like when we wear a full pant and full shirt, we look different. And when we are wearing a dhoti, it's different. Then okay, they're two different people. They're not two different people. What they're wearing is two different things, but it's the same person. So the Turiya is Tat and Turiya is Tvam. That's why Tat and Tvam both are same. The wrapper is different. In the candy, in the candy, previously the wrapper was red. Now it is the green wrapper. But it's same candy. So the conditionings are different. Like physically, all of us like tall, dwarf, black, white, fat, thin. But the real person is not fat or thin or black or white. Is the condition that the skin and the flesh that makes a person look a particular color or fat or thin. But the person is not the dress, and that dress one can remove. That's why we see people die. People die means if the body is there, the person is not there. That means one can remove the dress. One can get rid of the dress. Dress is an external thing what we have added, we have taken. So we can remove that too. Same thing is happening when one is going out of the body. That means one is just like a snake. Remove the skin. When the skin is on the snake, then it will look like the skin is a snake. They are not two different things. But a time comes, the snake can remove the skin, then will do, and it will exactly look like the snake. People get more scared by seeing the skin of the snake than the snake. They will be scared. If the skin is there and it is exactly in type, not broken or anything, people will jump. Oh, that is snake. Then that means the Turiya is the Atma, and the Atma is the Turiya, and this Turiya is different from the Antaprajna, Bahisprajna. But here only the negation part is told. Assertion part is not told. What it is not and what it is. There are two parts. Turiya is not Antaprajna, Bahisprajna. Only that part is told. But what Turiya is not told. Okay? But there is no need of telling. Now it is being explained that Yadihi Tri Avastha Atma Vilakshanam Turiyam Anyat Tat Pratipatti Dwara Abhavat Shastra Upadesha Anarthakyam Sunyata Apapattihi va. Sunyata Apapattihi va. Yadihi Triyavastha Atma Vilakshanam. Yadihi. Even though Triyavastha Atma, that means that Atma which is present in the three states, Triyavastha in the three states. Vilakshanam. Vilakshanam means of different qualities. Suppose Atma Vilakshanam Turiyam. Suppose the Atma which is present in the three states has got different characteristics, is different than the Turiya. Suppose you will take that no, Atma and Turiya, they are not same thing. If you take it, there are two different, then Pratipatti Dwara, Pratipatti means knowledge, Pratipatti. Dwara Bhavat, then there is no way, there is no support for Pratipatti Dwara. Pratipatti Dwara means the help to gain knowledge. Like Dwara, Dwara means a door. A door is there to help us to go inside the house. The door is not the house, but the door helps to go into the house. In the same way, when Atma is told that it is not the Antaprajna, Bahisprajna, then this Antaprajna, Bahisprajna, they work like a door. Okay, they little help. Like the roof, suppose we have to go to the roof of the house. We have to take the help of the ladder. But ladder is not the roof. What will tell? Ladder is different, the roof is different from the ladder. But the ladder helps us to go to the roof. So it is a dwara, it is a help, it is an aid to go to the. Nobody really, ladder is not needed. Ladder, nobody is trying to have the ladder. One is interested in the roof, not in the ladder. But ladder is needed. But suppose one will climb the ladder, one will tell her, no, I reached the roof. That is not true. Roof is completely different from the ladder. It different from the ladder. Why I'll take the ladder? No, ladder is a help. So the Antaprajna, Bahisprajna, they are the help to realize the Atma, and this Atma is none other than the Turiya. Pratipatti Dwara Bhavat, Shastra Upadesa, if the Atma is not told in terms of the Antaprajna, Bahisprajna, then the scripture cannot tell anything. The Shastra Upadesa Anarthakyam. The scripture cannot give an advice. Suppose it is what doctor is telling that don't take whatever is white. Don't take white sugar. Don't take white salt. If I don't have to take sugar and salt, why you are telling regarding sugar and salt? Don't tell regarding that. No, it has to be told. It has to be told. Otherwise, I will not know. I cannot be free from sugar and the salt. It has to be told that, the good health means no sugar, no salt. Why don't you tell only have good health? No, it is meaningless. It has to be told don't have too much sugar. Everywhere we use that language. Negation is everywhere. It is. Shastra Upadesa Anarthakyam. Otherwise, Shastra cannot tell. It will be helpless. There will be no teaching, there will be no guru, nothing. Nothing will be there. Atma, that's all. What one will understand? Your Atma, it doesn't mean anything. But then it will tell Atma is not the body, Atma is not the mind, Atma is not the world where you are living, Atma is not the relationship, whatever you think, that I'm a son, I'm a father, I'm a brother. That is not Atma. So these things have to be told. Otherwise, one cannot go to a state which is free from all these relationships. To the relationship, we have to go to the no relationship. Anarthakyam, sunyata avapativa, and it will lead to nihilism. That means sunyavada. That means Atma is not. Atma is zero. Atma is not. Atma or Turiya, both are same. Okay. Atma is not the Antaprajna. Antaprajna means the Vishwa. Antaprajna means is the Tejasa. Vaisprajna is the Vishwa. If it is not, then Atma will be zero. It will be nothing. And the scripture is not trying to tell that Atma is nothing. Atma is everything. That is the purpose. That's the purpose. So it has to be written. Suppose we tell that, Atma is, no word is not used. Then we'll tell that means Atma is the body, physical body. Atma is the experiencer in the waking state. Atma is the gross world. In this world, not. No, it has to be told, no. Atma is not that. Rajjuhu iva sarpadivihi vikalpyamana sthanatrayapi atma eka eva antఃprajnaditvena vikalpyate. Rajjuhu iva, like how the snake, the imaginary nature of the snake is negated to understand the true nature of the rope. In the same way, the illusory nature of the Antaprajna, Bahisprajna has to be understood in order to know the reality which is called the Turiya here. Pratiseda Vijnana Praman Samakala. And this happens at the same time. The negation is the assertion. When we are negating, now suppose we negate the snake. Now the light is the pramana. Here the scripture is the pramana, but for a snake is concerned, the light is the pramana. When we bring the light, what happens? The snake goes away, the snake disappears, then rope appears. The two activities are happening. Disappearance of the snake and appearance of the rope. Then we will tell, snake is removing the light is removing the snake. But to see the rope, we have to bring another light. No. It is simultaneous. It is at the same time it is happening. For that reason, it is told all our scriptures are nishadhatmaka. Nishadhatmaka. Only nishadha. The negation. Assertion, it is not of assertion. Scriptures don't assert. Scriptures cannot reveal Atma. Scriptures can only remove the ignorance regarding Atma. Scriptures help us to remove the ignorance regarding Atma, but they cannot, scripture is not meant to reveal Atma. That's why it is called Pratisedha Vijnana. Pratisedha Vijnana means wisdom which arises by negating. That is called Pratisedha. Pratisedha means negation. Pratisedha. Samakalam eva. Samakalam means at the same time. Then the scripture is the pramana. Pramana is needed only to negate. But it negates what? The falsity. Whatever is false, that is negated by the scripture. Why falsity can be negated? The real can never be negated. Whatever is really there, nobody can negate that. But whatever is illusory, it is not there, but appearing to be there, one can negate that. That's why when we tell Vairagya, Vairagya is based upon Viveka. Can somebody tell Vivekah kaha? Kanchan bhai, can you tell what is Viveka? Definition?
नित्य वस्तु एकम ब्रह्म तद्व्यक्तम सर्वनित्यम.
Sarvanityam. That's why Brahman, Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. That Nitya Vastu is called Brahman, it is Eka, it is one. But apart from that, everything is Anitya. Anitya we can discard. So Vairagya is not from Nitya at all. Vairagya is from Anitya. Whatever doesn't exist, when it is told develop Vairagya. Vairagya from what? Vairagya from which is illusory, which appears to be there, but really it is not there. Like our body looks so beautiful, isn't it? We dress it and we put different cosmetics, then we put some dress, then some flower or something, or a tie. It looks beautiful. But actually it is skin and flesh. That's all. It looks beautiful. So that's why when he told I have vairagya, dispersion from the appearance of the body, not appearance, not dispersion from the person. What the person appears to be. Person is not the skin and bone. Person is different. And when we have dispersion to the physicality, then automatically our attraction will be for the reality, for truly what the person is. Then that is called relationship. The other is called this attachment. Attachment were used for illusory things, and samparka, relationship word is used for the real thing. We should be related to the person, not to the dress, not to the color, not to the money, not to the look. No, because they are illusory. So scriptures help us just to negate the antaprajna, vaisprajna, and it is telling that thing it is using. So what is the wrong? Then why it is not telling that regarding the turiya? Because there is no need. Pramana just negates that. Once we negate those things, automatically what remains is I am. One need not have to assert. Now I negated, I am not this, not this, not this. Now I am to realize that I am this. There is no need. Once the snake is removed, the rope is understood. Though we are seeing the snake, but actually it is a rope. That rope, seeing the rope is only through understanding, not through eyes. Through eyes we are seeing the snake. But the rope one will see through the intellect, through the inner eye. Suppose we negated that we are not the antaprajna, bahisprajna and ubhata prajna, we negated that. And there we stopped. But realization didn't happen. Then the samsara will continue. Because who really I am is not realized. But scriptures, it automatically will happen. If that is negative, automatically will be established in who we are. Then only the samsara will go. All the problems in the world is because of the body. If I am the body, then I have the problem, bound to be, because body goes through asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, and vinashyati. These are the 6 modifications the body goes through. So everything will affect me. But truly, those characteristics are not the characteristic of the self. They are the characteristic of the body. If I am the body, then I will be affected by them. If I consider I am not really the body, that's why I am not able to accept the conditions of the body as myself, as my conditions, as my characteristics, because we are not the body. If we are the body, and when the body is asti jayate, when it is born, then not a problem. Vardhate, when it is growing, it is not a problem. Then when a lot of changes are happening in the body, there will be no problem. Then old age coming, not a problem, because that is the body. But I cannot accept those characteristics to be mine. I cannot. I will not. I cannot withstand disease. I cannot accept old age. I cannot. That means I am somebody different than the body. That's why I am not accepting the properties of the body as my property.
Swamiji, I have a question here.
Hmm.
So, the previous statement you said this is samakala. Okay.
Hmm.
So when I negate the snake,
Hmm.
the rope is revealed. It's the same color. So
Hmm.
when I negate the three states,
Hmm.
okay, so knowledge should be immediate, isn't it?
Yeah. Knowledge is yes. Then who really I am will be revealed automatically. Now, suppose somebody will tell that, Swamiji, I am not attached to world that much. I have no attraction for gold. I have no attraction for worldly pleasures. But I am not realizing that I am unanswerable. This question comes. I am not realizing. I don't feel that I have got attraction for worldly things. I don't have attraction for worldly name and fame. But why I am not able to realize my true nature, which is Ananda Swarupa, which is free from all conditionings? That means that negation has not happened. The knowledge has not removed the misunderstanding regarding myself. That's why I'm not able to. I'm not able to get established in myself. Is it clear? Okay. Parismapta. It is Turiyadhigame. Turiyadhigame means in understanding the Turiya. Pramanantaram sadhanantaram namrugyam. There is no other pramana is needed. There is no other sadhana is needed. All pramana, scriptures, all the sadhanas means japa, meditation, all these are sadhanas. They only keep us free from whatever is unwanted. But really who we are, the pramanas cannot help, guru cannot help, and no practice can help. They are not needed. They are only helpful in removing the unnecessary. Okay, when we are doing japa, all unnecessary thoughts are curtailed. There we are free from unnecessary thoughts. When we are doing meditation, the point of contemplation, when we are doing, our point of contemplation is going to the right place, and all other unnecessary distractions are removed. For that reason, we don't have to realize God. We don't have to realize God. Just get out of the unnecessary things. Automatically, one will be established in the God. Now I want to realize God. But all other things are there. It doesn't work. How much you may go to the temple, how much chanting you may do, it will not work. It will not work.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Yes.
So what is the role of purification of mind? Once,
Yes,
if
that
only
is the
through knowledge, one can realize the self. So is there any sadhana necessary at all?
Yeah, sadhana is only for purification of mind, not in revealing the self.
So only knowledge is.
No, that is knowledge.
That is
when we are telling the scriptures, they give us knowledge, and the knowledge means they are of the pratishedhatmaka. They are of the nature of negation. Knowledge means of the nature of negation.
So once the self is understood.
No. When the not self is negated,
the self is self-relieved, revealed.
Self is revealed.
Self-revealed.
We don't have to do anything to. Now I have got rid of the samsara, but now I am to realize it is not like that. This samakala.
Okay, thank you so much.
I have a question. So this process is taking place by the mind when I am negating the stuff, but mind itself is not real. I have to negate with the.
Yeah, that's why you are telling that tejas has to be negated.
Yeah, but with my mind only.
That mind, there are two different kinds of mind.
Yes.
One mind is, naturally it is done by the ego. Okay?
Ego, okay.
Any doer is the ego. The doership. Whoever is doing any action is done always by the ego. There are two different kinds of ego. One is called the educated ego, and the other is called the uneducated ego or ignorant ego. Ignorant ego is who has not studied the scripture, no maturity. It will always tell, ignorant ego will always tell, I am the body. And happiness means the worldly pleasure is called happiness. But educated ego, which is called a spiritual seeker, that means that ego which has gone through Vedantic studies or has done Savana, Manana, that is called educated. It is just like a person who has gone to school and who has not gone to school. There is a difference. Who is educated will behave in a different way, and who is uneducated will behave in a different way. So the educated ego is really, we have to educate the ego. That's why we go to the mission, we come, then we go and listen to somebody. That means we are educating the ego. Then previously we knew that the happiness is coming from outside world. But after listening, then happiness is within. So now the ego is educated. Now it will not run after the worldly pleasure. We are educated. But suppose we listen to the discourses by the teacher, but still we are going after the worldly pleasure. That means we are not yet educated. So we have to try to understand that.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Pramanantaram, sadhanantaram, na mrigyam. That means we don't need, once these three are negated, the antaprajna, bahisprajna, and uheta prajna, all these are negated, there is no other pramana not needed,
Yes.
no other sadhana is not needed. Na mrigyam, it is not desired.
It is Swayam Siddha.
It is Swayam Siddha. Yes, that is the main thing. It is. Rajju Sarpa Viveka Samakalaiva. Raju Sarpa Viveka. The understanding of the, when the I am not the Raju, sorry, I am not the Sarpa, I am the Raju. This understanding happens same time. There is no time gap between them. Rajyam Sarpa Nibruti Phalesati Rajya. Then he is telling it is just like the understanding of the rope. When the snake is negated, the knowledge of the rope happens instantly. Automatically. Suppose somebody is telling no, it doesn't happen. Samakala. There are two different processes, two different instructions. Somebody has to tell you are not this, you are this. That means two different instructions are needed. Two different pramanas are needed. Two different types of sadhana are needed. If somebody is telling that, then Bhagavan is trying to counteract. It is just like, he is giving an example and we'll see next time. So our spiritual efforts should be not to realize God, but to remove ourselves from the mess. Sadhana is to remove the mess, not to bring God. We don't have authority. God is not in our hands, so that will bring, now I remove this one, so you come. No, he will reveal himself automatically. Our job is to just remove the darkness, and then light will automatically appear. That light is there. On the top we have put a cover. Just remove the cover, that's all. We don't have to do anything to light. Light is there already. Atma is already there. We don't have to do anything. So by negating, he is negating the falsity. Whenever there is a false is negated, the real reveals, because false is not possible. Illusion is not possible without a real thing. Real thing is always there. illusion is created. Once we remove the created thing, the real thing automatically appears. We say it. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Thank you, Swamiji.
हरि ओम प्रणाम